Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the hidden architects of your daily decisions. We're going to uncover the absolutely fascinating psychological tricks your brain is basically using against you every single day. I promise, by the end of this, you'll look at your own mind in a completely different light.
Have you ever made a decision and later wondered, why on earth did I do that? Look, we've all been there. You look back and just kind of scratch your head, but the answer doesn't lie in a lack of willpower or intelligence. It's actually all about the invisible autopilot running your mind right now. That's right, your brain is secretly controlling so many of your choices entirely behind the scenes, pulling levers and pushing buttons without you even realizing it. But here's the good news. Recognizing these hidden mechanisms is the absolutely crucial first step to getting your control back. You simply can't fix what you can't see, right? So here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, how we judge the world. Second, how we navigate choices. Third, how we see ourselves. And finally, the ultimate reality check. Let's get right into it. Section 1. How we judge the world through flawed perception and judgment.
All right, trick number 1 is the confirmation bias. Basically, your brain loves being right. When you believe something, your mind automatically goes on this invisible scavenger hunt, looking only for evidence that supports what you already think, while completely ignoring anything that proves it wrong. It perfectly explains why two people can look at the exact same situation and arrive at totally different conclusions. This really gets to the core of the issue. Your brain isn't actually searching for the truth. It's searching for agreement. It craves that warm, comforting feeling of validation way more than the uncomfortable work of actually changing its mind.
Next up, trick number 2, the halo effect. Have you ever noticed how if someone is attractive, confident, or successful, we just automatically assume they're also super intelligent, trustworthy, and competent at, well, everything? Your brain is essentially judging a book by its cover before reading a single page, letting one positive trait cast a glowing halo over the whole person.
But this cognitive leap is a huge flaw in our daily judgment. It's a vital reminder for all of us that appearance and ability are absolutely not the same thing. Just because someone looks the part doesn't mean they actually have the skills or character to back it up. Moving on to Section 2, how we navigate choices, or rather, the trap of bad choices. Trick number 3 brings us to the sunk cost fallacy. Seriously, have you ever stayed in a terrible relationship or suffered through an agonizingly bad 2-hour movie just because you'd already started it? Your brain literally hates accepting losses. It convinces you to keep going to justify the time you've already invested, even when throwing in the towel is obviously the smarter move. And then we have trick number 4, decision fatigue. Did you know your ability to make good choices actually gets physically weaker as the day goes on? Every single choice you make drains a bit of your mental battery. It's definitely not an infinite resource. It starts the second you wake up. You're deciding what to wear in the morning, figuring out what to eat in the afternoon, choosing how to reply to that tedious email in the evening, and by then, your brain is just completely exhausted. This is exactly why we tend to make our absolute worst decisions when we're tired at the end of the day. Section 3, how we see ourselves and your distorted self-image. Trick number 5, do you ever feel like everyone is hyper-focused on your mistakes? Like they notice that awkward conversation or that tiny coffee stain on your shirt? Psychologists call this the spotlight effect. You literally feel like there's a bright spotlight shining on all your flaws. But here's the liberating truth. You're not the center of everyone's attention nearly as much as you think. Most people are simply way too busy worrying about themselves. Our 6th trick is the negativity bias. See, your brain is naturally wired to focus on threats. Thousands of years ago, this was what kept our ancestors alive in the wild. But today, well, it just makes us agonizingly overthink one single negative comment while completely ignoring all the positive ones. It's a survival mechanism causing unnecessary modern-day stress. Just look at this stark ratio. Our brains are wired so intensely for threats that it literally takes 10 compliments to balance out the painful impact of just one single criticism. When you understand this heavy imbalance, it totally explains why it's so incredibly hard to just shake off a bad review. Finally, Section 4, the ultimate reality check and the ultimate reveal. We've reached trick number 7, our final and honestly most empowering revelation, the self-fulfilling prophecy. This proves that the beliefs you hold about your own potential literally dictate the tangible results of your life. What you believe about yourself doesn't just stay locked in your head, it actively becomes your reality.
Think about it. If you believe you aren't good enough, you naturally avoid opportunities. You hesitate, you doubt yourself, and that exact lack of action confirms your negative belief. But if you flip the script and genuinely believe you can improve, you take chances, you grow. That one single shift in belief transforms everything. By understanding these invisible forces, from the confirmation bias right up to the self-fulfilling prophecy, you start to realize something profound. The greatest frontier to explore and master isn't the outside world at all. As the saying goes, the biggest mystery isn't the world, it's the mind inside your head.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final thought to really ponder. Which of these psychological tricks is secretly running your autopilot right now? And more importantly, how are you going to use this new awareness to take your power back?